protectors of the entire universe, the Green Lantern Corps have got some pretty wild villains, but even these are a little much. 10. Ranx. This villain was prophesized to be the end of the Green Lantern Corps. The sentient planet Ranx was apparently one day going to go out with a bang, ending itself and taking the Corps down with it. The planet became inhabited by ruffians and thugs that all hated the GLs. It eventually joined the evil Sinestro Corps, but in the end, the Green Lanterns are still kicking. 9. Molly Mayne. Have you ever crushed on someone so hard that you become a criminal? Molly Mayne has, and it actually worked out. Enemies to Lovers crew, you're gonna love this one. Molly developed a crush on Alan Scott's Green Lantern, so she decided to become the small-time criminal Harley Quinn to get his attention. Apart from a color combo that hurts the eyes, she was otherwise harmless and ended up actually marrying the hero. 8. The Fool. This ridiculous Green Lantern villain almost got the hero kicked off the team. The Fool lives up to his name. He commits seemingly foolish actions and takes seemingly worthless objects as his crimes. And yet, he outsmarted Alan Scott's Green Lantern time and time again. The villain escaped prison, flying out on a bubble, and uses toy-like gadgets to carry out his not-so-stupid nefarious deeds. In the end, GL was not removed from his detective team, as the man that suggested the action was actually the Fool in disguise, straight to jail. 7. The Aerialist. This Green Lantern villain went from being a literal circus clown to the most incredible aerialist you've ever laid eyes on. Sorry, Dick Grayson, but this man could perform aerial feats without even grabbing onto anything, thanks to the magnetic motors incorporated into his suit. He did it all in the name of love, and when that love was taken from him, he swore revenge and planned to let Hal Jordan take the fall. Jordan defeated the villain using static electricity, and he now sits heartbroken in jail. 6. Breakdown. Green Lanterns can essentially create anything with their rings, while Breakdown can essentially destroy anything. He can break down the molecules and rearrange them to be whatever he wants. Happens to a chair? Whatever. To a person? That is diabolical. The villain created his own villainous squad called the Burners, and he faced off against Guy Gardner in the Jail International. Ultimately defeated by being ripped apart, but actually not in the molecule sense. 5. Javelin. This Olympic athlete turned evil and no one knows why. You're going to guess pretty quick what his sport was based on his villain alias, Javelin. He created a variety of spear-like weapons. I mean, when you train as long as Olympians do, you better use the skills, even if it's for crime. He faced off against Hal Jordan and thwarted the hero at first, but ultimately was defeated. He ended up joining the Suicide Squad, seemingly died 3 times, and then was taken out by Supergirl in the end. 4. The Crumbler. The Crumbler intended to make his own modern-day radioactive Pompeii by attacking a nuclear plant with the hopes that the wind would carry the toxic ash miles. As a child, Alex's father thought science was useless, so he was forbidden from science, and well, look how that turned out. Should've just let him make the baking soda volcano. In the end, the plant did expel all its ash, but Hal Jordan created a giant green vacuum and sucked it all up. Easy peasy, the ash went to space and the villain to jail. 3. White Star. This Green Lantern villain tricked the hero into helping him commit crimes. White Star, the rodeo king, posed as a cowboy superhero to gain the trust of Alan Scott's Green Lantern. Once he had it, he convinced GL that they needed to break into a bunch of high-security buildings to catch the bad guys. Little did GL know, he was actually breaking into those buildings so the bad guy, White Star, could rob them. 2. The Juggler. This villain takes juggling pins where they have never gone before. It's hard juggling a job and a life of crime, so why not combine the two and become a criminal that fights using juggling? Circus performer turned criminal was a surprisingly popular trope in the 40s. The Juggler faced off against Alan Scott's Green Lantern. He had weaponized juggling pins and a juggling pin-shaped car to aid him, but it wasn't enough in the end and he was never seen again. 1. Mr. First. You get why he was in first place? This Green Lantern villain has a very important family legacy to uphold, being first in everything. Adam Adams' family name comes first in the alphabet, so therefore they must be first all the time. Mr. First decided that his legacy required him to become public enemy number 1 and also the first man to beat Green Lantern. Of course, he failed, but he did become the first inmate at a new prison. But what do you think? Who is your favorite Green Lantern villain and why is it his bowl cut? Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, nerds!